Great question. Thanks for sending it. So I noticed that they didn't put parentheses around the arguments of these logarithms. That can get kind of confusing. So you'll note that I have put parentheses here. It's just a really good practice to get into to prevent yourself from making any mistakes. So on the right-hand side over here, in front of this logarithm, we've got some funny business going on. We have a coefficient. Our goal for this problem is going to be to get rid of that coefficient. We don't have any addition or subtraction in this problem, but if you have that, you want to get rid of that as well. So what we're going to be left with is 2 logarithms only on both sides, and once we have that, we can drop the logarithms and solve for n. So here's the rule we're going to be using to get rid of that coefficient. So if you have a coefficient in front of any logarithm, you can have any base you want, any argument of the logarithm, doesn't really matter what's going on. What you can do is take that coefficient, bring it inside the argument as an exponent. So applying this rule, what we're going to have on the right-hand side, well, let's go ahead and write down the left-hand side first. That will remain the same. We're going to change the right-hand side, and we're going to bring this coefficient inside of the argument of the logarithm as an exponent. So we'll have log base 7 of 8 to the 2/3, dealing with some fractional exponents here. It looks like we don't have any more funny business going on. All we have in front is 2 logarithms, and they have the same exact base. So what we can do is just get rid of them. You're going to take what's left inside of the parentheses and go ahead and rewrite that. So n is equal to 8 to the 2/3. I'm going to go ahead and rewrite 8 to the 2/3 as a radical so we can see what's going on. 8 to the 2/3 is really equal to the cube root of 8 squared. 8 itself actually is a perfect cube, so let's rewrite it as such. The cube root of 8 squared, well, 8 is really 2 cubed, so let's go ahead and rewrite it as such. And then we want to make sure and rewrite that square. So it looks like we have a cube and a cube root. Since we have the same number under the radical and outside the radical, they're actually going to cancel each other out. So the radical goes away, and the exponent matching the number that the radical has goes away. So what we're actually left with is 2 squared, which of course you know is equal to 4. So n is equal to 4. Thanks again for your question, Lauren, and I look forward to answering more of your questions using SnapMath in the future.